Madison Reedy is beside me on the other side of me in the studio. Kei te pēhea koe, Madison.
Kei te pai.
It's lovely to have you with us. The stock exchange has cut a deal with Wall Street. What is it?
It's a memorandum of understanding. So that's signed between the NZX and the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is that tech-laden, that tech-heavy, the likes of your Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix stock on Wall Street in New York. And this isn't the first deal of this kind. We have the same memorandum of understanding with Singapore and Hong Kong as well. Now, the NZX has come out today and they've said that this kind of global outreach is basically set up to promote dual listings between New Zealand companies on Wall Street, on the Nasdaq, so mostly our tech companies, and vice versa. And also they say that this will make the pathway to Wall Street easier, given this is the first type of this deal with Wall Street. And it will also make New Zealand companies that list there more available to US investors, which are typically a lot richer than the ones in this kind of small corner of the world. And the NZX has been undergoing a lot of changes recently, so this is kind of among those. But this one does seem a little bit out of whack because all of the other changes seem to be aiming to bolster the market here. What they want to do is increase and encourage listings on the New Zealand stock market here. They have actually been decreasing over time, particularly if you look at the past couple of years. They have been decreasing. They're losing more companies than they're gaining. This year they're going to lose Tegel as that's taken over by a Philippines food company. They're about to lose Tilt, which is also listed in Australia. Those its two majority shareholders are two companies, Infratil and Mercury, have already said that when they do take it over, they're going to delist it. And also there's only one company that plans to list, so the opposite direction, onto the NZX this year, which is an automotive company. So this deal is a little bit out of line, and so it's a little bit up in the air as to whether or not this will actually have that purpose that they want it to.
Yeah. Fonterra, big day for them tomorrow, and therefore, I guess, for the economy, the country as a whole. What's on the cards?
Yeah, so Fonterra not only is the dairy giant, is New Zealand's largest company. So tomorrow is its financial year 18 results. So very big day, certainly for us, and even more so for them. So they are releasing their results at 8:30 a.m. That's when the NZX, the stock market, opens. So that'll drop the second it does. And then they're also holding a press conference at their place in Auckland, down by the waterfront. So they're holding a big press conference there with media at 10:30, and that'll be the first time that the new CEO, interim CEO Miles Hurrell, and the new chairman will front together. We've obviously heard from the chair, and we've heard slightly from the new CEO when it was announced at the half year. So it'll be the first time they front together. Analysts are saying that what they say will be more important than the financial results, because we already know the financial results are going to be bad. I mean, that's the whole reason for them kind of calling media in to talk about it. So we're expecting the expectations there for the financial results are about a $150 million loss. So that's kind of accounting into the write-downs they've already flagged. So at the half year, they already had a write-down of $385 million. So we're expecting it to be not so good in the full year, but sales are expected to be up. And also what the CEO says about its investment in that Chinese company Being Mate will be kind of remain to be seen as well. That'll be quite interesting. The last chief executive, even when everything turned sour with Being Mate, he was still really positive about it, and he kind of refused to pull out of it even after 2 very negative years with it. So it'll be quite interesting to see what the new CEO has to say about that. It may be that he's very inward looking.
I look forward to your coverage of that tomorrow night. That is a big story. Thanks, Madison. What happened on the markets today?
We closed down about 1/3%. That's after that huge surge that we had last night. So that's down about 30 points to close at 9,196. The New Zealand dollar's buying at 65.1 US cents, 91.7 Australian, and 50 British pence.